Yes, Martha, we are ready.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Happy Earth Day, April 22nd. We have a wonderful program today, and so we shall begin. My name is Martha Gallahue. I'm a NICASOC representative for United Religions Initiative. It's considered the largest global grassroots interfaith network that cultivates peace and justice by engaging people to build religious and cultural differences and work together for the good of their communities and the world. We enjoy the presence of nearly 1,100 circles in 113 countries. And we are engaged in all forms of implementation and action, from the arts to environmental sustainability, women's and youth programs, advocacy for human rights, and spirituality. So it's a joy to be here together, and we thank our dear friend, Guru Dileepji Thankappan, who is the co-founding director of World Yoga Community and has a marvelous way of putting people together. Before we call upon our speakers, I'd like to give you a bit about this segment is going to focus on the UN representatives, both within the system and NGOs and other experts. It might be well to speak about a little bit about Earth Day celebration from the UN context. The Earth Day itself, as we know, preceded 2009 when the United Nations declared April 22nd Earth Day. And it was proclaimed International Mother Earth Day. Earth Day had been celebrated since 1970, but in so doing, member states acknowledged that the Earth and its ecosystems are our common home, and expressed their conviction that it is necessary to promote harmony with nature in order to achieve a just balance among the economic, social, and environmental needs of present and future generations. The same year, the General Assembly adopted its first resolution on harmony with nature. The vision contained in that document included reintegrating humans into right relationship with nature, to begin for humans to espouse a philosophy of holism, the aspiration to participate in regeneration of what has been destroyed, to promote global sharing of best practices, and increase science education in cross-cutting disciplines, to work with the sciences to promote a better understanding of how the environment works and what we can do to make the world a better place in the context of our Earth. We recognize that planet Earth and its ecosystems are our home, and that Mother Earth is a common expression of in a number of countries and regions. And we note that some countries recognize the rights of nature in the context of the promotion of social development. We also are recognizing the increasing activity that is taking place as we speak. Last week, there was a major conference in China where the United States and China agreed to increase their intercooperation in the restoration of the planet. And yesterday and today, it was another conference in the United States with the same agenda. These conferences are actually building momentum for the next conference, COP conference that's taking place in Glasgow, Scotland, November 1st through the 12th. So that as we notice, there is an exponential growth of awareness about the challenges that we are faced. And for me, the theme of this program has to do with this notion of restoring right relationship of all humanity with nature. I want to let you know that I jumped the gun a little bit, and so I want to invite Guruji to say a word or two and before we move on. Thanks, Guruji.
Thank you, Reverend Martha Gallagher, for all of your work and support and guidance. Especially, I always discuss with Reverend Martha with a lot of things I don't know about the UN system. So I had to talk to leaders like you. I appreciate your support. As a yogi, I believe in the way of life with the natural food, less chemicals in my life, or avoid unnecessary drugs. I grew up in a family, they over 700 years, majority of them are Ayurveda doctors and martial artists. And somehow I got that teaching from my parents, and I was able to support my family to have our fruits and vegetables at home. That's where I grew up. So I used to take care of my garden. I had over 1,000 types of plants in my garden. And every weekends, mother and me work on the ground. We make holes, plant trees. I enjoy that life. So then I end up in a college, zoology as the main subject, botany and chemistry as a minor, and study alternative medicine. I became more involved with the yoga philosophy, then end up in New York. And I got a chance to meet great leaders from the UN. I thought we should go with the yogic philosophy. So every year we celebrate Earth Festival as Earth Day celebration. I had to mention Bishop Ligia de Castro, she from the Native American tradition, friend of grandmother Patricia. And she was a right hand for me until last year. When she passed away, I want to continue her work. And here we all are here to celebrate this day, auspicious day. Welcome everyone. Enjoy the day. And we'll have continuation for a few days with other Interfaith Summit. I want to give back to Reverend Martha Gallagher. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Guruji. Your words are always well placed, and it is always of great value to get to know you better as you continue your great work. Our program today involves a number of people who have much expertise with UN work. And we're asking these speakers roughly to hold their time to about 7 minutes. So let me turn the program over now to Grandmother Patricia Ann Davis. We know her as an indigenous Native American elder of the Choctaw Andina tribal lineage. She's now become the NGO representative of the World Yoga Community at the United Nations. Over to you, Grandmother.
Thank you, every one of you. It's beautiful morning to see all of you. And thank you for your presence, and thank you for this precious time. I'm a sacred and holy, precious child of Creator within creation, and so is each and every one of us equally, because we're governed by these laws in the natural order equally. I come from the Navajo Reservation, although I'm a Mississippi Band of Choctaw and Dene. So I'm speaking from Indigenous American lens of our sacred language and ceremonial language, the sacred words from the holy people, the Neh Bazad. And I want to also say that I'm a total, despite my complexion, there's a reason for that, but however, I'm a total reservation, American Indian reservation person. And I grew up, Guruji, in the red rocks and the tumbleweeds. And however, my mother learned to make all the traditional foods. And so that's also a healthy way to be in that environment. Ya'ate, abena, ya'ate, and also, shik'e shidane. You're all my family and you're all my relatives. And I greet you with a warm, heart to heart, good morning. We're here to honor Mother Earth. And we have said many times, and we're saying even more often, the affirmation, this is our home, this is our sanctuary. And so I will introduce myself in a customary way. It's customary for me in case any of my medicine clan relatives are listening or hearing me this morning. Chata dene nshle kachitni bashalchin. A Mississippi Band of Choctaw Edishate Kia Ani. Kachitni bashalchin alokia ani edichanella. That is an affirmation to say that together we greet this morning dawn, and it's a new day. It's a new beginning. So let us remember, let us please reawaken to our sacred self. And we're in our sacred place in the universe, this Mother Earth. We are also calling ourselves Nahuk Atene. So inclusively, we're all Earth surface people. And then Bala Ashley, five-finger people. That's the humaneness. And humaneness, of course, is peace and peacemaking and building community. This five-finger people is humane. We're existing in this natural order law in which I would like for you to hear me when I say that we are all related and there is a oneness. And this natural order is the fundamental basis of equality. Thus, in order to honor Mother Earth, we must all realize that we're existing within the earth, water, fire, and air that is our constitution, and then simultaneously we're existing in the natural environment as well. And so no one can be outside of or separate from these elements. We know that those who believe that they are, then they think that they can destroy, and yet we must do our part to inspire and motivate them. I would also like to inform you and educate about the fact that all of our ceremonies begin with the phrase Kudo Hojo Dole Nahasan Himachona E, and that is a way of saying our sacred Mother Earth and Father Sky, and that's our footing upon the earth. So we have been stewards. We have been and we still are stewards of the earth, water, fire, and air. And I ask you to please align yourself in order that you may help us to restore our home, our habitat, our sanctuary. What this requires for each one of us, I must say to every audience, no to win, lose is no win for everyone. It's destructive and death producing decision and outcome. We must collectively say yes to win-win, constructive, and life-affirming decisions and outcomes to steward us safely into the future generations. And a brief comment about Sadhguru from India, who identifies, who describes, who defines justice, the word justice, to say that when we make the decision for the greater good of the whole, then we are serving with our inherent gifts, our inherent divinity, sovereignty, and genius gifts. And then there are going to be people who say that when we do that, that we're doing an injustice to them. So we're focusing on reframing all of our thinking to respect and to have reverence for ourselves and nature law. Yeah, thank you, my humane family and relatives.
Thank you, Grandmother. Thank you for reminding us to remain aligned with the elements of nature, to love it, and to take responsibility for stewardship of care. We appreciate your input. Let me now call upon Hiro Sakurai, Chair of the Committee of Religious NGOs at the United Nations. Over to you, Hiro.
Thank you, Martha. And thank you, Guruji, for organizing, bringing us all together. So as we are observing the International Mother Earth Day, the COVID-19 pandemic continues to threaten our very lives and societies, and climate change continues to impact various parts of the world. So today's International Mother Earth Day is far from a time for celebration. It's time for action, it's time for solidarity. So I particularly want to thank Guruji and the organizers for bringing us all together today to renew our determination for concerted action and solidarity. People of faith and faith communities are so vital in this regard. And among various roles that faith communities can play, building the strong social foundations for eliminating misery is critically important, so that even when confronted with the most intense threat or challenge, we never leave behind those who are most vulnerable and are struggling in the depths of the adversity. So to observe International Mother Earth Day and uplift our spirit, I'd like to share some quotes from the Earth Charter, which adopted in 2000, is an ethical foundation for actions to build a more just, sustainable, and peaceful global society in the 21st century. It articulates a mindset of global interdependence and shared responsibility. It offers a vision of hope and a call to action. So the Earth Charter reads, "We stand at a critical moment in Earth's history, a time when humanity must choose its future. To move forward, we must recognize that in the midst of a magnificent diversity of cultures and life forms, we are one human family and one Earth community with a common destiny. Earth, our home, is alive with a unique community of life. The global environment, with its finite resources, is a common concern of all peoples. The protection of Earth's vitality, diversity, and beauty is a sacred trust. Communities are being undermined. The benefits of development are not shared equitably, and the gap between rich and poor is widening. Injustice, poverty, ignorance, and violent conflict are widespread and the cause of great suffering. The choice is ours, from a global partnership to care for Earth and one another, or risk the destruction of ourselves and the diversity of life. Fundamental changes are needed in our values, institutions, and ways of living. We must realize that when basic needs have been met, human development is primarily about being more, not having more. We have the knowledge and technology to provide for all and to reduce our impacts on the environment. The emergence of a global civil society is creating new opportunities to build a democratic and humane world. Our environmental, economic, political, social, and spiritual challenges are interconnected, and together we can forge inclusive solutions. Let ours be a time remembered for the awakening of a new reverence for life, the firm resolve to achieve sustainability, the quickening of the struggle for justice and peace, and the joyful celebration of life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hito. What a great call to remind us of the importance of the Earth Charter, its urgent call to responsibility and care. So grateful for your words. We now move on to our beloved Queen Mother, Dr. Dulois Blackley, NGO representative at New Future Foundation to the United Nations. Over to you, Queen Mother. Are you unmuted, Queen?
I want to say first, good morning to all of us. And what a day it is. It is such a beautiful day. I could not ask for a more beautiful day that feels a little chilly, but it's a reminder of ice this morning in New York, but the sun is shining. How beautiful it is. Grandmother, we go way back with each other. It's just an honor seeing you this morning as the Queen Mother of the African burial ground, where you came to embrace me, of the transatlantic ocean of the slave trade. And grandmother, as we took the repertoire of Geneva to Hopi and Dene land, Navajo land, to listen to the voice of the earth people, for us to celebrate today, this day, the earth people, how blessed we are, grandmother. I just want to leave with all of us a short statement or short words. I would like to be a part of that poetic energy today. Water is life. Health is life. Life is godly. God is the creator of all waves and ways. Silent as the lagoons, the falls, the oceans, the pipes, the pools where the children play with the sprinkle of water, the faucet we turned on and off, rivers, lakes, the eternal stream of life. Water is life. God is life. Life is godly. Water, Mother Earth. Water, Mother Earth.
Thank you, Queen Mother. Bringing a sense of beauty to the Mother Earth Day is extremely important. It seems timely that this year, International Mother Earth Day would take place during the Indigenous Peoples Forum, where justice and responsibility are being highlighted. Let me now call, actually, I'm going to, I believe that our guest speaker, Ambassador Musi Hailu, was unable to join us in person today, but he did leave a message for us in the inevitability that the internet would not hold up for us. So I will, can ambassadors be seen here? Guruji, have I succeeded in sharing it? I think not. Let me take a minute. Oh, can you give me permission to share my screen, Guruji? All right. Imagine a very handsome man from Ethiopia speaking to us. Dear colleagues, greetings of peace and blessing. I hope this message finds you well. Earth Day, celebrated annually on 22nd April since 1970, is an annual day that unites individuals focusing on protecting the planet by preventing disasters that are occurring more frequently due to climate change and environmental destruction. It is a day for all of us as a citizen of the world to come together to restore our Mother Earth. The theme for Earth Day 2021 is Restore Our Earth, which focuses on natural processes, emerging green technologies, and innovative thinking that can restore the world's ecosystem. As it is highlighted by United Nations Environmental Program, a healthy environment is the foundation of human life. But we are putting the planet under enormous pressure by depleting the Earth's natural resources, polluting its air and water, destabilizing the climate, and driving many of its species to extinction. It is high time now for all of us to join hands to restore our Mother Earth. Interfaith and faith-based organizations play a significant role at the global, regional, and local levels in engaging and impacting communities, and can significantly address climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, desertification, and unsustainable land and water use by fostering a fundamental change in the attitude of the majority of people. They can do so through their own institutions and communities, and through cooperation with other cultures, beliefs, and value systems. It is with this in mind that United Religions Initiative is working in close partnership with the United Nations Environmental Program on the issue of environmental protection and climate change through the Faith for Earth initiative of UNEP. On this Earth Day, I want to highlight one practical action that we all can do to help the process of the restoration of Mother Earth. And that is the green rule, which says, do unto the earth as you would have it do unto you. Selected from many of the world's great religious texts and spiritual teachings, the green rule, inspired by the golden rule, was chosen to demonstrate that each religion and spiritual philosophy has a long-standing tradition of environmental stewardship to advocate environmental protection. I am sending you, attached with this message, the quotation of the Green Rule from different religious holy books. I am also happy to inform you that URI Africa took the initiative of the Green Rule campaign in partnership with the UNEP Africa office to call for different religions to work together for environmental conservation and to address the issue of climate change. As it is being stated by UNEP, we are endangering life on Earth with dangerous levels of greenhouse gas emissions. These gases are destabilizing the global climate system, heating the Earth, acidifying the oceans, and putting both humanity and all living creatures at unacceptable risk. Therefore, we need to come together to take practical action. Let us walk the talk and preserve Mother Earth for these generations and generations yet to come. May peace prevail on Earth. Ambassador Musi Hailo is Director of Global Partnership and representative at the United Nations and African Union, and Regional Director for Africa, United Religions Initiative. Thank you, Ambassador Musi, for your message. I hope I did justice to it. We have inspired messages on the chat box. I do invite you all to listen to it, to look at the wonderful chat messages. We have one more speaker who had acknowledged she'd have to come in a little bit late, Dr. Padmini Murthy. So let me call on I believe is it Dr. John Lynch? I'm looking for the notes here. Professor James Lynch, President of the Buddhist Council of New York. Calling on you.
Yes, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is James Lynch. I'm the current president of the Buddhist Council of New York, and I'm extremely grateful to everyone and Guruji for inviting me and for giving me an opportunity to offer words of respect and support to Mother Earth and to all of you on this blessed day, Earth Day. Indeed, the first Earth Day was held, as we know, on April 22nd, 1970 in the United States, but as clearly seen by our presence here today, Earth Day belongs to the entire world. Mother Earth cries out for our awareness, our presence, our attention, compassion, and love. It is a time to heed Mother Earth's ancient and eternal call and to take time to reimagine compassionate, new, true North principles concerning Mother Earth. So We come today to heighten awareness, regardless of our beliefs or religious practice, to remember that we have the power to alleviate the earth's suffering, and to remember that we are the earth's keeper. In the words of the most honored Shakyamuni Buddha, which I often quote these, we are not born as saints, we are become saints by our deeds. I would humbly suggest to all of you that your deeds and efforts here today to help for the benefit of Mother Earth are, according to the Buddha and the Buddhas, doing sacred deeds. Today, on behalf of the Earth, we are a kind of compassionate coalition which understands that, as I've said before, we cannot move faster than the speed of trust. And we must look into the deep reality that we are all sustained by the Earth and begin to ask ourselves the key question of what is the purpose of our lives when that all that we experience are caused by and through Mother Earth. So today, we use our bodies and minds to lovingly help each other take one more step forward to a world of peace, and on behalf of Mother Earth, knowing that today is a sacred day, that together, as a community of humanity, we move forward with a renewed sense of hope for the possibilities of better days ahead. So to me, I want you to know that each of you is a lighthouse, and the lighthouse doesn't know how many ships that a tiny beam of light from it will stop a ship from crashing into disaster. As the Buddha recommends, let us make ourselves the light and the truth the light. And let that light be a hopeful light for others and Mother Earth. Let us pray that the great life force in and through the universe, whom we devoutly revere and often call by different names, the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, saints of all faiths, and countless heavenly beings who are omnipresent in the 10 directions, will watch over our peaceful steps today on behalf of Mother Earth in whatever way they can, and extend their hands of compassion and guidance and beckon forth peace in our local areas, our various countries, and of course, Mother Earth. We also pray that all living beings will find peace. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, April the 22nd, James Lynch, President of the Buddhist Council of New York. I have respectfully offered these words of respect. Thank you.
Namyo Ringyuko. Thank you for your message, Professor, and thank you for your tolerance in my muddling your name a bit and the introduction. It truly is important for us, especially at the UN, to be light bearers and to make sure that truth is also the light bearer. We appreciate that message. It is now my pleasure to turn this segment over to my friend and colleague, Dr. Joni Carley, who is the NGO representative for Unity Earth and for Cosmos Magazine. Joni has something special for us in this particular segment. Over to you, Joni.
Thank you. Happy Mother Earth Day, everyone. One thing that I've been really moved by at the United Nations recently is that many Indigenous and spiritual and religious leaders are at the table either as social service providers or social service receivers. And I'm always struck by how that is not their primary work. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to really bring the essence of religious and spiritual teachings forward and to harness that power of prayer and the power of consciousness by taking us to a meditation that will unite our consciousness in alignment with our sacred place on the earth and in the universe. And I'm wondering if we could have the peace lights featured. Is that possible? Our engineers here to feature the peace lights through this meditation?
Yes.
Thank you. So take a deep breath. Bring your consciousness into your deepest inner part of your body, into the core of yourself. As you breathe in, feeling the energy in your belly, in your cells, in your organs, pumping through your blood vessels, through every chakra in your system, feeling the energy move toward your muscles, your skin, and nerve endings, and allowing your consciousness to shift right through that barrier, that so-called barrier of your skin, to your aura. Feeling that there's really no delineation, there's no spot where there's skin and then aura. They blend. Feeling that connection. And allowing your consciousness to move out into the air. Feeling your connection with the air. How it is in you, through you. The water. Knowing the water in, of, and through us. Making us undeniably one. The air, the water, the land. Feeling your oneness with all two-leggeds, four-leggeds, and many-leggeds. Knowing that if they weren't just how they are, you would not be just how you are. So feeling that interdependence, knowing it. Knowing that sacred weave of life with the plants, all bacteria, every molecule, knowing it as self. As we expand beyond our earthly understanding into the universe, in our oneness, our connection with all that is, and our connection with that which is beyond what is, with God, the divine, Holy Spirit, all life, all being. Just basking in the heavenly universe that is beyond the beyond of our consciousness. Knowing ourselves as no separation, as part of this whole sacred wholeness, this limitless spirit, allowing ourselves to dissolve, to release into all that is. Breathing into the all oneness. And bringing our consciousness back toward the earth. Looking at this beautiful jewel in space. Bringing our awareness to our interconnectivity here on the planet. Stratosphere, the noosphere, Feeling ourselves now back part of the earthly environment. Feeling our oneness with the climate, the air, our oneness with all beings, microscopic to majestically large. Feeling our connection to every feature of the earth, the mountains, the air, the land, the water. Feeling our connection through our aura, that energetic field that connects us to all that is. And bringing that consciousness back through your skin, your nervous system, your muscles. Bring that universal consciousness back through the blood that's pumping through all organs. The prana that's pumping through, the invisible prana that's pumping through our very being. Knowing at the cellular level our infinite nature, our all one consciousness, breathing that into our core. And so I close with a prayer. We give thanks for the interdependent co-arising that is all of us, that we all are with the earth. We give thanks for the verdant, abundant, just, and compassionate world that we are birthing, that is upon us now, that is awakening, and that we are a part of. We give thanks. Blessed be. Happy Earth Day.
Let us take a minute or two now of silence to pull in a beautiful message delivered in this meditation. It has been said, when we find ourselves experientially, when we find our being in nature, we wouldn't dream of doing some of the things that we do and have done. So let us turn toward a new vision at this time. And before we have a talk back of what you have heard, let me call upon Brother Raj Bhushan, the trustee of the World Yoga Community and an NGO representative at World Yoga Community to the United Nations. Over to you, brother.
Namaste, everyone. Greetings on this Earth Day. You know, in our Indian tradition, it starts with mother. Mother is God, father is God, teacher is God, guest is God. So Mother Earth is very dear. You know, that's one of the chakras we have. That is the starting with, the 5 elements were made up of earth, water, fire, space, sound. So all the elements are within us. It's a gift of God. So we have to remember that we are part of that spark of divinity God has sent this earth to experience God's love and share with one and all. So my main message for this day is that if we can practice contented living, focusing on our needs, not on wants and desires, we can help Mother Earth. We can make this life a contribution to betterment of society for our future generation. So let's remember to watch our daily activities, and be mindful of using water, consumption of food, distribution of trash, garbage, all that. If we reduce our desires, it goes a long way. Then we can help the Mother Earth, and God will be pleased. So thank you, Guruji, for organizing this event. And thank you for all the members of the wonderful panel who have brought various insight and also the the UN agenda. So thank you again. May God bless you all abundantly. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So we now bring the panel to this portion of the program to the next segment, which is, I believe, time for those who are with us today to offer any of their observations, their insights, their inspiration that they received from this morning. Maika, will you help me look for hands and things like that? Who would like to speak? This is a time for Kirpal Singh. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you. Greetings to everyone. I think it's beautiful to listen to all these prayers and meditations. I think this is wonderful. I want to share with you that, start from ancient times to now, the reality is the same, that we have to live in harmony with our environments, with our great Mother Earth, and with all the other things provided to us by our Creator. Because without a harmony, without a proper balance, the life cannot continue to go on happily in this universe. I'm going to read you a little bit from Guru Nanak's writings, who's the founder of the Sikh faith, regarding nature. So it starts this way. Nature we see, nature we hear. Nature we observe with awe, wonder, and joy. Nature in the nether regions, nature in the skies. Nature in the whole creation, nature in the sacred texts, Vedas, Puranas, and Quran. Nature in all reflection, nature in food, in water, in garments, and in love for all. Nature in species, kinds, and colors, nature in life forms, nature in good deeds, nature in pride and in ego, nature in air, water, and fire, nature in the soil of the earth. All nature is yours, O powerful Creator. You command it, observe it, and pervade it. This is by Guru Nanak, written 550 years ago. And our daily prayer ends in that, Nanak Naam Chardi Kala, Tere Pane Sravadha Phala. That means Nanak reminds us all that in living in gratitude to our Creator, our spirits are exalted, and then it energizes us to work towards the common good for universal welfare in harmony with all around us and our environments. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. TK Nakagaki, may I please call upon you? I know your work at the UN, and I think you have something special to share with us. Thank you, TK.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm not too sure the order, so but this time my name is TK Nakagaki. I'm actually the founder and the president of the Heiwa Peace and Reconciliation Foundation of New York, and myself is also the Buddhist, as you can see, and it's very important for me to thinking of the nature all the time. And but then one of the name, although the Heiwa Foundation means peace, Heiwa means Japanese words of peace and reconciliation. And but this also does not mean only the peace among the human beings, what I meant this one is actually we need to have peace and reconciliation among the human beings, but then they also extend to all the different creatures or this planet of Earth as well. So actually, for me, I think it's very important to create the peace and a reconciliation, human, myself, and then the Earth, and each one should be that way too. And although this is the United Nations particular things, but yet this should be not the United Nations theme, but actually all human beings theme, that we, so be kind to each other, we said always. Then why not to be kind to, the Earth or the human, I mean, not just only human, but also the other animals and insects and all those things together. So that's one of the part of the Heiwa also, peace not just among the human beings, but all of the living beings, that I would say. So what I would like to do is also, I forgot, I just wanted to show some pictures because I just recently went to the Okinawa, and then there was a very wonderful harmony with still the nature is so pretty, and the water is clean, the sky is an impression that I got, and also greenery all over the place. And so I think we shouldn't, lose this kind of beauty of the nature. So, nothing is too late. I think we can start now, although human beings has been destroying a lot of ways, or including even like, maybe UN should be working on that particular, like nuclear weapons, at least. Why don't we begin that? I mean, that's something we don't really need it. And from the aspect of the, human, I mean, the living on the earth, if we're going to use it, what's going to happen? I mean, it's just destroying a lot of things, and not only human, but all the planet as well. So maybe we can start for the big one. That's the UN4, right? Anyway, UN started 75 years ago about this particular big issues of the war and the nuclear weapons. So this is the first thing that UN should be doing. Otherwise, they shouldn't say anything, in one way. So, but anyhow, what I'm going to do today is actually prayer. So, so that, as I said, be kind to all the natures, ourselves, and all those thinking is very important. And I'll just ring simply the bell. And so this bell represent like a sound of peace, I hope, and then sound of nature, different nature, the suns and moon, cloud, and oceans, and so forth. And then, we should be kind. We should be really appreciate and living together harmony and peacefully. So I just ring the bell a couple of times and offer my chanting. Breathe like the oceans. So when the wave comes and wave goes, breathe in and breathe out. May all living beings on the earth be happy, well, and peaceful. May all be free from suffering. May we all be free from pain. May all be free from attachment, from greed, anger, and ignorance. May we all attain ultimate happiness and peace together on this, all beings and together on this earth. Thank you. Peace to you.
Thank you, TK. You sounded a note that needed to be sounded on Earth Day, the end of nuclear weapons. So before I close this segment by turning over to the Inamori Art Project, I do want to acknowledge Jasper. You're on. You asked to speak. Jasper Bhatia.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Peace to earth. I'd like to present the perspective of Sikh gurus, although many faith traditions have expressed the same thing in different words. But Guru Vani, Guru Granth Sahib says, Ek Omkar, Pavan Guru Pani Pita, Mata Tarat Mahat.
I think we lost you, Jasper. Perhaps we can bring you back another time. I thank you all for your participation in this segment, and I thank you for holding the light upon the UN that it may fulfill its own commitments to bringing reconciliation between humans and our dear precious Mother Earth. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing. And Guruji.
Thank you, Martha. Martha, that was wonderful. You did a wonderful job and help for me. I was trying to control the system, good recording. Then I want to mention our supporters, those who are with us for today's event. That's URI are the main sponsor for this event, and the Committee of Religious NGOs at the UN. Hero was here, he spoke, and he always supporting our event, and he's from the Soka Gaggai International Organization. And Padmini Murthy and her team is always with us, and Unity Earth, Nusandra Foundation, Haiva Foundation, All Faith Seminary, Inamori, and all other speakers and their organizations. I want to thank everyone. Then I would like to invite our musical group, Maika.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and namaste, Guruji, and hello, everyone. I'm super happy to see you all here again. And thank you, Guruji and Martha and all the organizers and supporters for this beautiful celebration for our beloved Mother Earth. We are so grateful for being part of it. And I feel so blessed listening to all the amazing prayers and messages of the previous speakers. So thank you so much. And I'm Maika, a member of Inamori Art Project Group in Tokyo. We are a volunteer art group delivering our message of love and peace through our music, dance, drama, Japanese taiko drums, and paintings. And today, we would like to present our song, On This Beautiful Planet. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Sa
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you
a
so much.
beautiful dance. I know you prepare for us.
Mhm.
I enjoy it.
Yes, we prepare for
Definitely,
you.
we need this one for the next Interfaith Summit coming up one. Okay.
Wow. Thank you so much. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I like to invite one of the close friend from Kerala, Shashikumar Shantanan. He's the advisor to the World Yoga Community. He was the ambassador of Parliament of World Religions earlier, and he's the advisor to the Shantigiri Ashram. They are going to co-sponsor our event tomorrow, co-partner, I'll say. Shashikumar, floor is for you. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Sadhguru Sharanam, greeting to all. This is Shashikumar Shantanan from India. His Excellencies, respected grandmothers, spiritual leaders, and my dear friends. I thank all of you who are here to celebrate your day today. I thank World Yoga Community for organizing such a wonderful event, and I'm extremely grateful for their kind invitation. This present scenario of the world is very much terrifying as the entire world is reeling under COVID pandemic. So let me put my prayers to God Almighty for the complete healing and happiness. As these movements for protection of the environment started decades ago, global forums like United Nations, leading countries like India, non-profit organizations like URI, World Council of Yoga Community, and numerous other forums took much initiations. These have helped to spread awareness and of protection of environment and planet Earth. But we closely observe, it can be seen that pollution level and exploitation of natural resources are increasing alarmingly. But why? There are so many things in life which we all know are bad, yet we can hardly resist indulging into them. Lying, cheating, greediness, selfishness, corruption, and so on. We are addicted to indulge in such wrong things. Many want to quit smoking, quit alcohol, but helpless. It is just because of the instinct. Here is the importance of spirituality. In today's session, I just want to focus how spirituality can help the humanity to come out of this kind of negativities. So is it possible that instinct of an individual, to change the instinct of an individual? So how we inherit the instinct? In case of our pet dogs, we opt for high pedigree pet dogs. In case of plants and vegetables, we opt for hybrid varieties. But what about our offsprings or our generations? Do we care about the quality of our generations? Many may wish, but fails. Because we lack a faculty to guide us in this issue. So we need a faculty who is able to see the quality of our jiva, that is our soul, and able to purify it. Precisely, we need a spiritual master who is fully realized and able to dispel the negativities of our jiva or our soul. Through such a spiritual master's intercession, precisely we need a spiritual master who is fully realized and able to dispel the negativities of our jiva or soul. Through the sankalpa of such a great master and intercession, we can come out of the negativities of our soul. And such masters or such master can able to fine tune our qualities. And such great master or such a fully realized master can guide us to get a suiting life partner. And this suiting or this matching of this souls or the partner is done on the basis of quality of jiva. And this master is able to see a particular person's jiva is matching with the other person's jiva. If the souls are not properly matching, their partnership or their living together or their future life will be disaster. So the spiritual, such a spiritual master able to see the quality of the jiva and accordingly he select. So the parents and give upadesha and upadesha regarding importance of family life and the giving birth to good offsprings. When life originates, parents should have strong desire and prayers to have a generation devoid of vices. Under the care and upadesha of a fully realized master, we can all have a pure progeny. Such a spiritually pure generation are born with a great wisdom and they cannot perform any wrongdoings. Their presence will help to change, their mere presence will help to change the society for an upward evolution. And I am sure to foresee the emerging of such a pure generation in near future. So I am talking, I am just sharing this because I was fortunate enough to come across a fully realized master, that is Navajyoti Sri Karunagara Guru, who is my spiritual master and founder of Shandagiri Ashram at Thiruvananthapuram. And there, Guru adopted more than thousands of families and given Upadesha. And these families having offsprings of good quality, offsprings that are devoid of any kind of vices. And even these children are capable to guide their own parents and their own society, the society they are living. So if this message or this action is spread across the world, there is no doubt that the entire society will be having the full wisdom and they should not indulge in any bad activities which may harm the society, their neighbor, their friends, and the world. So there will be the realization of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, and there will be peace and love among humanity. So this is the idea. This is my experience I wish to share. And thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Sadhguru Yeshara.
Thank you, Shashi Kumarji. Wonderful to hear your wisdom from India. I appreciate your time. I know this is a late night. I like to invite Sri Gandhikota Aryamaji from his advisor to your community and long-time disciple of Sri Sati Sai Baba. Floor is for you.
Thank you, Guruji, and I'm very happy to be here with you today on this Earth Day festival. So namaste, sisters and brothers, salutations to you all. It's a great honor and a privilege to be here with you. I'm an advisor for the Sarvadharma Service Center in Howell, New Jersey. It's basically a multi-faith organization. So today we must speak of the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. The formless God is called Brahman by Hindus. Hindus themselves prefer the name Sanatana Dharma, also often translated as the eternal values of life. God has no form. The God with form that the Hindus believe in has three aspects: Brahma, creation; Vishnu, preservation; Shiva, dissolution. So all of these, since the formless God is also within us, as we believe, all of these aspects are also in our hands. creation, preservation, and dissolution. Sometimes when we have to end something and move on to the next. So God created the universe. We speak of God as Purusha and nature as Prakriti. Nature is the universe. In addition, we believe that there are sub-deities which are associated with nature. Examples are the sun, the earth, water, the 5 elements. Man cannot live without these. Everything belongs to God, who has given us everything to sustain us, including our body, our own bodies are his. Mankind can be considered sons and daughters of Bhudevi, Mother Earth. As a mother, Bhudevi is teaching many lessons to her children, and we must learn them. Mankind has been given the task of caring for all the living beings on Mother Earth. We are responsible. The law of karma is built into the universe. As you sow, so shall ye reap. So take the least and give the most of yourself. Individually and as communities and nations, all have responsibility. So all we have to face the karmic consequences of our actions, good or bad. How are we doing? We all have our tasks cut out for us as responsible human beings, put in charge. God is always watching, and we must do our best as responsible human beings. So at this time, I'd like to chant the Shanta Mantra, or the peace mantra. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Namadhitamastu Ma Vidvishava Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This peace mantra is from the Taittiriya Upanishad, and the meaning is Om. May God protect us together. May God nourish us together. May we work together with great energy. May our study be vigorous and effective. May we not mutually dispute, or may we not hate each other. Om, let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. So the last prayer is, Samastha Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings in all worlds be happy. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, and thank you for letting me speak to you on this occasion of Earth Day, Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Amiyaji. It's a great pleasure to be part of your team and my team. You're always supporting us.
Yes, we've been working together for years now, yes. Very nice work.
Thank you. I'd like to invite architect Ursula Dasa. She's the director of Portal Urbano from Bolivia. Ursula came to some of our events. She did traditional indigenous prayer service with peace events and yoga events, and she is always with us. Ursula.
Thank you, Guru. Happy Earth Day to all of us. But what we have in common is our planet, so we all have to take care of it. And well, in this occasion, I want to share, I'm an architect, and I would like to share this amazing material that is before Jesus, that we have the adobe that comes from earth, the adobe that can hold families in a warm situation. This adobe is a material that has so many properties. And in each country, we should start value more this sustainable material that is so healthy. I've been working in my country in a beautiful community called Quilima. And actually the picture that is behind me is one of the nice, beautiful houses that they have. And the kids were saying, people that live in adobe homes, they are more healthy, the lungs are more strong than the people that live in brick houses. So sometimes we have to look around what we have and value, and with all the eco technologies that now the universities can teach us, we can do a better process of fabrication. So I think the most important thing is in the present, look the past to build our future.
Thank you, Ursula.
Thank you.
Appreciate. So we'll have the ceremony at the Central Park this week, right?
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity. I would like to share, we have a beautiful activity on Friday, the 30th at 12 noon on Central Park on Sheet Meadow. We are gonna do a beautiful ceremony, hug a tree, especially in these moments that we are living a lot tense. We need our balance, our immune system with nature. We have to balance our inner self with nature. So I'm so thankful, Guru, that you are gonna be the one that is gonna be leading this ceremony. And also I would like to invite every one of you, if you wanna share a picture of a tree around the world, please welcome until this Monday. You can send it to our mail, grupo portalurbano@gmail.com. I appreciate.
So when you have the flyer, just send to me, I'll share with them, okay?
Okay, sure.
Next, I'd like to invite Reverend Catherine Cardwell. She's an Interfaith Minister from the All Faith Seminary International. Reverend Catherine.
Hello, everyone. I'm very honored to be here. In addition to playing music, I also love to practice yoga. So to be with the World Yoga community, I really appreciate that. And I've been involved in trying to make a difference in the world through various volunteer opportunities. And it is just, as everyone said, we have one planet and we need to come together with this unifying thing and preserve it. So this is a song I wrote called Our Mother. Mother, you carry me deep inside your womb. The light of day shines, the dark of night envelops the warmth of your embrace. I weep for my mother, she is crying. How could her children hurt her so? Love and life, greens and blues, colors of every hue, sparkling, nurturing, feeding everyone. What will we survive? We, for our mother, she is dying. How could her children hurt her so? Mother Earth we can't replace. Goddess Earth, Gaia, Spirit of the land, heart and soul, source of all life here on earth. All living things are mother, father, sister, brother. Yes, we are part of nature, woven together, we can't separate. Recognition comes too slowly. We are one and yet remain apart. We, for our existence, we should be crying. How could we hurt our mother so? There are repercussions that we bring onto ourselves. Fire, flood, famine, mass extinctions, all will pay a price for what we do. It's time to heal our mother. Let's start trying, or we will lose our only hope. It's past time to heal our mother. We must keep trying. We have no other place to call our home. Oh. Thank you. And this Earth Day and every day, hopefully we can all do our part and maybe a little bit more than that. Thank you. Namaste.
That was a beautiful song. When you mentioned, I didn't understand that much. I want to hear live. Appreciate it. We'll have this again.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I like to bring one of the clip from Unity Earth. Ben Bowler is supporting us this having this event. He sent me a YouTube link. I'm going to play that one.
We Aboriginal people are universal. Our dreaming doesn't separate heaven from earth, as we are connected to the universe from the ground, our mother, to the trees, to the animals, to the sky, to the stars, to the sun and the moon.
I can hear them calling, and they run through me their song, and I can feel their spirits as they're singing me back home to travel across the land. All our people still so strong, they're taking it back to where we belong. So let's stand together. Bring your torches to our fire. Let's stand together and bring the spirit back to life. As we stand, like the eagle that's so high. Let's stand together as our triumphs hold in mind. You and I.
born with connection to our ancestors through our blood. Our hearts beat the same, whether or not we are conscious of it. Our ancestor spirit carries it and is connected to our spirits, just as every generation before. Our blood and our spirit is our key, not the color of our skin.
One by one we'll take it to the top. A message from my people. Till we get there, we won't stop. Won't you sing with me, my sister? Yes, sing with me, my friend. Sing with me, my brother. As one till the end. Let's stand up together. Bring your torches to our fire. Let's stand up together. And bring the spirit back to life. As we place them in the sand. Like the eagle that's so high. Let's stand up together. As our tribes all unite. Well, peace for universal unity. And negotiations for peace are necessary. Since the international integrity to turn the tides of tyranny. Why? Because that's the way it should be when we all stand together universally.
Close your eyes and imagine it. Feel it as your spirit comes into consciousness. Connect to your ancestors. No matter where you are, you will always have your connection to your country and your ancestors. As your ancestor spirit will never leave you. Trust in it and let it guide you. We are all brothers and sisters in the global community. Let us unite. Justice, peace, harmony for all.
Let's stand up together. Bring your torches to our fire. Let's stand up together. And bring the spirit back to life. As we place them in the sand. Like the eagle that's so high. Let's stand up together. As our trials all unite. UNIT, rise as unity. UNIT, rise as unity. UNIT, rise.
Is that a beautiful program? So I like to open up for the group. All of you can on your video. I want to hear from Pete Rochina from Peace Lights. Pete.
Namaste, everybody, and happy Mother Earth Day. It's a great day. Peace Lights has been involved with the Earth Day programs for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's always been a great connection. And I think the symbolism of Peace Lights really brings out what Earth Day is about. The colors in Peace Lights represents the different cultures in the world, and the motion represents how those cultures interact and work together to achieve harmony and peace and good energy. We see the word Peace Lights in 55 different languages. There's a version of Peace Lights with all the human rights as well. So it's very much a symbol for the world. And Earth Day is one of those celebration days that really amplifies the message and the symbolism and the purpose behind why Peace Lights was created in the first place. So I thank Guruji for putting on these events. I thank all the partners for these wonderful events. And it's great to see so many friends and make new friends. And Inamori, as always, fantastic. That was a beautiful song that just played. So thank you again. Look forward to seeing you at many more events, and have a great day. Namaste.
Thank you, Peter. I like to play Ben's message. He sent a message. 1 minute.
Greetings, everyone. This is Ben Bowler, Executive Director of Unity Earth, and it's my honor to be here with you in this week where we're celebrating Earth Day 2021. And just to add my voice to the voices around the world that are coming together to really proclaim the interconnectivity of all of life and deep love and gratitude to Mother Earth and our renewed commitment to our own transformation, to be a part of the healing and restoration of a right relationship from humanity to our Mother Earth and all of life. I'm also really excited to be a part of this global interfaith event. I want to thank Guru Dileepji for inviting me to come into this space, and Unity Earth is very honored to be a part of this celebration of this global interfaith event. I see many of our friends on this space as well. So send you my good greetings and all of our love. We have a beautiful little video made from Aboriginal brothers and sisters here in Australia called Stand Up Together, which really become an anthem for the Unity Earth community all around the world. So all of my love and blessings and good greetings to you all, and spiritual support for all the great work that everybody is doing and what we can do when we all come together as one. And we're excited to be building up to World Unity Week again, which is June 19 to 26, around that mid-year solstice, and UN Yoga Day and many other things. So we look forward to walking with you and being with you in this ever ongoing journey together. Much love and blessings from Melbourne, Australia, and congratulations on the program today. Thank you.
So that is good. We are going to have partnership events in June. We have 30 days program from June 1st to 30th. 30th will be our 28th annual World Yoga Festival. And that will be 20th festival in New York City. And additionally, we'll have International Day of Yoga, that is on 21st. We'll have other partnership events, and other NGOs are going to put their own programs. We are going to support their events. And I like to hear from Brahma Kumari's, I don't know, is a Sister Sabida or somebody is there. Sister Sabida. Brahma Kumari is who is in the, okay. You'd like to share?
Hello, everyone. Happy Earth Day to everyone. It is my pleasure to say hi to all of you. Thank you, Guruji, for this opportunity. I just want to say how important it is that we come together to celebrate and to honor our greatest mother, our Mother Earth, who has provided and is still providing everything for our great sustenance on this earth, for our existence on this earth. And so, as a mother who will give unconditionally to her children, there is one thing that we as children can do in response to show our love and appreciation. And that is to utilize all her resources in the best way possible. To utilize her resources to bring peace, to bring joy, to express love and compassion and kindness to each other, because we are the children of the earth, right? So these are my deepest feelings, that if we really want to show Mother Earth how much we appreciate what she's doing for us, then the least we can do is to use this physical body that she provided for us, to use this body to perform the best karma that we can do from our hearts. That's my pure wish for each and every one of us. And again, I wish you happy Earth Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Sabidaji. You always support us in different events, and your events invite us. Very happy to work with you always.
Thank you.
And Brahma Kumari is an international universal university, actually. They are one of the partners since over 35 years. You know, I started working with them from India, Still we are partnering in different ways, working together at the UN. Whatever we can, we'll do it. We'll continue to do it. I like to visit the ashram again. I was planning last year, didn't happen. But I hope after all the corona finish, I may go again.
Yes, welcome. All of you are welcome to visit.
Thank you, thank you. Then I like to invite Professor Abraham Ji from Kerala. He is one of the coordinator for the South Asian URI. Professor Flores.
Thank you, Guruji. It was great to be in the company of such great people representing different organizations at the UN. And also, this is the first time I attend a meeting organized by Guruji and others. But I'm so happy I have been moving with the United Religions Initiative for the past 20 years, ever since its origin. So we have a lot of program related to Mother Earth, ecology. So we have a campaign called River Rights Campaign here in South India, Room for the Rivers campaign. And also we have a bamboo project. We plant bamboos on the banks of the rivers and the rivulets in order to protect the streams, from erosion. So, and we have a forestation program. So it has been great to listen to all these great workers in relation to our Mother Earth. So I am also president of the global campaign called 1 Billion Youth for Peace. We are mobilizing all the student community and the students and young people to work for world peace. So I look forward to the Interfaith Summit also. I hope to attend all the sessions and hope to be in the company of great minds. We have to bring back our Mother Earth to the original design of the Creator. We have gone away from the cosmic design, which is ultimately the design of peace and oneness. But we human beings have gone astray, deviated from the original cosmic design. So that is our goal, and I thank you for organizing such a beautiful meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ji. So we'll see you this coming up days. We have 3 days Interfaith Summit, and I like to invite Dr. T.P. Shashikumarji Ji from Hyderabad. He's also one of the speakers at the Interfaith Summit.
Namaskaram to all of you, and it's nice to be part of celebrations to remind all of us the importance of preservation of the earth resources. Most of the time, the word sustainability is misused. The last month in Netflix, there was a beautiful movie. I don't know how many of you have seen that, which is called Seaspiracy. It talks about 70% and more than 70% of Earth is water body. The ocean is depleted, overused, looted. The balance of ecosystem in the sea is lost. The earth is lost forever. On earth, the natural forest is damaged. The resources of the earth, the splendidness of, the vividness of the species which we have on this planet is lost. That is being looted for the business purpose. Maybe the best forest, natural forests are being looted for the oil palm industry. Most of the agro farming products which we have, which can be fed for millions of people who are otherwise dying out of poverty, is being fed for producing meat in the world. COVID is not the biggest problem which the world has. The problem is poverty. Maybe more than people who are died of COVID is being died in the same time scale out of poverty. It is because the resource is not equally distributed. We always use the word carefully, sustainable, and we are in fact looting. In Bharatiya Shastra, the Indian tradition, we say Sanatana Dharma, which was referred by few speakers earlier. Sanatana Dharma has got two portions. One is Ishta Karma and another one is Purta Karma. All the meditation yoga which you are doing for yourself is called Ishta Karma. The Purta Karma is how do you take care of the environment around you. Vapi Kupa Tadakani Devatane Yananicha Anna Pradana Mudyanam Purtam Vidyabhidiyade. Different plants, how it is to be plotted, how it is to be planted. We have a medical system for trees and plants and species which are called Vriksha Ayurveda, Gaja Ayurveda, Shauna Ayurveda, etc. etc. The medical systems were for the trees also. So we have a great lot of things to teach from India to the whole world. How to take care of environment and earth, the mother earth. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvadastana Mandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasprasham Chamaswame. It was a daily prayer before waking up by every person who is part of having concern. It is not one day celebration. It was every day morning celebration for all the people who believe in Sanatana Dharma. Thank you for reminding the day, and let this be a daily prayer and take this message forward. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity created, Guruji, for this purpose. Thank you. We'll keep meeting on different occasions on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. I know you are going to speak a lot for the upcoming day. So everybody should be in this event. We have 60 speakers from tomorrow onwards until this Sunday afternoon. And Sunday evening, we have another event with the Andamara Ashram, and different speakers from different countries and ethnicities. And I think around 35 organizations are coming together. That itself is a big change. Now we look for the world as a universal. We don't want to talk about this, my country, my nation. That time is over. Our earth, our universe. That's the way we had to move. I hope we all work together to create a better place on this earth. Thank you, Ji. I appreciate your support. We have one more clip from Unity Earth. Please watch.
We Aboriginals don't separate heaven from earth. We have our dreaming with us at all stages and at all times. First Peoples' cultures have all been connected through their dreaming since the dawn of time. The dreaming of coming together, of humanity in balance with the earth, our mother, and all living beings.
The dream expressed itself anew when the world's religious and spiritual traditions came together for the first time at the Parliament of World Religions in Chicago in 1893.
Sisters and brothers of America, we believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true.
Out of the devastation of World War II, the peoples of the world came together to sign the Charter of the United Nations in 1945. Then, drawing on indigenous wisdom and following the guidance of the wisdom traditions of the world, people of all beliefs gathered to dream URI into being in the year 2000. Like the birth of a star, light becomes matter, thoughts become words, and dreams become reality.
As the dream of unity always finds new ways to express itself, Unity Earth begins its journey of music and spirituality in Chiang Mai with the first U-Day Festival in 2012. Unity Earth's road to 2020 began with an opening ceremony in New York in 2016. This series of global events has held ceremony at sacred places around the world to celebrate the dream of humanity uniting, bringing together religious leaders, indigenous leaders, musicians, activists, and thought leaders. This sacred journey has included honouring the world's oldest living spiritual culture, the Australian Aboriginals, with the return to country of Mungo Man, then onto the cradle of civilization in the Rift Valley of Ethiopia, major events in North America, to the holy city of Varanasi in India, and most recently across the Holy Land in the Middle East. This invitation is for you. This is your chance. If you feel even just an inkling of curiosity or interest in joining us on this great caravan of unity, then follow that call. Because you never know where it may lead. Something has prepared you. Something is calling you. Something is urging you into this. This is your chance to bring your gifts and your dream and your mission to make this world the fulfillment of all dreams and all missions. This is your chance. Don't let it go. Come and join us. Participate. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want to be. What can you contribute to the Caravan of Unity? What can you contribute to Peace Weekend 2020? This is your chance. Don't let it go.
Now, I like to open up the discussion group. Those who didn't speak, please come forward. You can share your thoughts for a few minutes each. Harvey Newman, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Yeah, now it's good.
Yes. Yes, this is a beautiful day to remind ourselves that we are all connected. We are all one. We are all in the spirit of love, peace, harmony. And that this is the day. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I see Ajarya Brahmananda from Ananda Marga. Please unmute yourself and start your video.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else to share? John or Pamela? Pamela from Scientology or? Gabriel? Gabriel. Okay, I'll go to Dr. Kribal Singh. He'd like to share something.
Yes, sir. I like to take the opportunity to bring in your attention that there is a Sikh organization called Echo 6. This Echo 6 has been planting trees all over India and all over in many countries wherever the Sikhs live to facilitate better climate. And they also invite all other people, including our group here, to, in their own capacities, to help plant the trees around the world. Because each little act of preservation helps to go a long way to create a better climate in the world. And they've been doing that as a tribute to the 550th birthday of Guru Nanak. So it's been over a year. So together we can make a big difference, no matter how small the step may be. Thank you.
I cannot hear you.
Grandmother Patricia, do you like to share anything else?
Yes, it is very, very important that we realize the self-realization is that I believe that Buddha himself said that life is not all suffering and pain. And so we have to give up this belief. And that's what indigenous people connected through. Our body is the earth, water is our authentic feelings of joy and love and peace. And then temperature is fire, and the air, in breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. Life is not all give, it's not all receive. And we're called to rebalance ourselves, to reframe our thinking. All of us must be in harmony and balance within the earth, water, fire, and air, and within our environment. That is from our language worldview. Thank you, Guruji, and everyone else here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Grandma. I know you are speaking at the seminaries event today at 7 o'clock, right? Those who are not on my Facebook page, please join on my Facebook page so you'll get our events update. Okay. Did you see my chat? Yeah, it went through it. Okay, good. And tomorrow, 9:30 is the program starting for Global Interfaith Harmony Summit, Interfaith Summit. Tomorrow, 9:30, most probably 2.5 hours. And evening, 11:30 p.m. will start, second section. And 24th, that is on Saturday, 9:30 again. There's no meeting in the evening. And Sunday, 25th, the final celebration. That will start at 9 a.m. Indian time, American time. Indian time will be 6:30, I think. So we have all the speakers, same Zoom ID and passcode. So you can join, you already have that. So just join. When we reach up to 100 people, then we won't allow other people to join. Now we have over 1,000 people are watching this event online through our streaming. And try to share on your page so that way we can bring our message to other people and educate them through our small dialogues. You know, it's like a smile can change the world. You know, who said? Mother Teresa. I asked her in early 90s, we had an international alternative medical conference. So I was a practitioner for alternative medicine. And I asked only one question. I said, do you have a message for me? She said, you have a nice smile, just keep smiling. This is why I make friendship. I remember when I was in Himalayas, one of my masters said, you know, you grew up in a nice family, so you had to understand the hardship of life. So I said, okay, fine. So he said, okay, take a dhoti, like a wrapping cloth, and a jubba, and he gave me a pot. So I asked him for what? We had to go and beg. And I won't speak the language, what they can understand. So every house I'll go and show the pot and give a smile. We are like 10 people going for begging. Then I got the most amount, 127 rupees. Don't ask what is a equal of $1. That's different. But that time 127 rupees is a big amount. So master asked him, you won't speak the language, how do you get this much money? So I just smile. So for spirituality, we don't need any language actually. The heart will speak. We don't need a tradition for it. We don't need a country for it. You know, we have to be humble and simple and learn how to love others. That's only language we need. We don't need more than that. I like to invite Acharya Abhiramanandaji. We have few minutes for it.
Namaskar, everyone. My most beloved Guru, Sri Arundamurtiji, Honorable Dileepji, and Honorable all brothers and sisters, Namaskars once again. Accept my cordial Namaskar. It is the great occasion which has been organized and has been organizing since many months and last years and decades by Guruji. That is wonderful and well appreciated. Myself, I am Acharya Abhiramananda, the monk of Anand Marg. I am your brother. I am in the safe wrong. Dedicated myself for the suffering humanity. Last 22 years I am a monk and 27 years in the organization, and doing whatever I have a capacity with the help of all brothers and sisters. So for the Earth Festival today, I congratulate to you all on the day of Earth Festival and around the globe. And also various events has been organized by different countries and United Nations and World Yoga communities, and with the help of the various organizations. It is the great day for us that has to be procured and also save the Earth planet. We are in the Earth planet. So a number of these planets are there, but our Earth planet since thousands and thousands years, we are living in the creations, and as a human being is the developed being, the whole creations. So it is my understanding, what I understand in the Earth planet, that each and every flora and fauna are important. So it is important to deal with the respect, love, and care. And the human being is the developed being in this planet. So our responsibility is more than others' creation. Therefore, it is important to deal with the each and every day very respectfully of the creation. It might be plant, insect, or any animals, or such type of whatever we are seeing in my physical eyes, flower, plant, or animals, whatever is there. That is our duty to nurture and give some respect. Once you give the respect, the God will very much happy, because his creation, his beauty, his whole creation. So we have to procure in that the Earth Day and Earth Festival we are celebrating because of reminding our responsibility and duty in order to establish the glory of love to each and every flora and fauna, which is very, very important. Once you do spiritual practice and understanding of each and every human being or creation, then your love will nurture inside and then come out from before you. What Guruji told right now, love each other, respect each other. It is the confidence will come from us. And once one thoughts and best thoughts, pure thoughts, intuitional thoughts, spiritual thoughts, sentient thoughts can save the vibration, the whole creation, because everybody wants love. So you cannot give some love to going here and there. Suddenly we are physical service. All the pandemic, whole world is in trouble. But once we give some good wishes, the blessings will come from the cosmos. Our duty to pray, our duty to connect to the cosmic consciousness. And cosmic consciousness, supreme consciousness, will throw us to take the service, give the service and awareness, what we have been doing. So Earth Festival and Earth Day is important for us, and very, very important for us. That has to be educate and guide and make a movement, whole world, through the online virtual manners and also physically, and take the O today itself to save the earth in each and every, the green of the earth. It might be plant or it might be human being, would be very good. So nothing more to say. Thank you so much once again for having me and understand the Earth Festival dynamic and cooperating and participating the Guruji's program, and he has been organizing. And I am very thankful and very happy and congratulated once again. And God bless Earth, planet, and God bless America. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajay Abhidamandaji, joining us. I know we are going to have a event on April 25th, on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. So soon I'll make the flyer and send it to you all. I like to show one of our event. It was 25th annual World Yoga Festival, which we hosted in Goa. It's a small clip, because see how we create a partnership event. In the UN agenda, we have sustainable development goal 17 is the partnership. Any of these ideas, we used to have partnership events last 35 years. I start myself putting programs. In the beginning, people will neglect, make fun of me. I take the insult and digest very well and move on with the full force. So we are, all of you, I know Queen Mother did a lot of work for her community. Grandmother Patricia did, and Brahma Kumari's group did. And all of your organization, did so much work around the world. We all had hardship in our life. So this hardship gave us very strong. We know we are doing right thing. That's why we all are sitting here and spending time having a wonderful moment. I'll say these are the blissful moment in our life. And especially with the COVID-19, there's no guarantee we all will be alive for next year. But I hope we will be here. We have a purpose. We'll continue our work. I'll show this video clip from Goa, India. That was 2 years back.
शांति विश्व शांति कुरु योग बलम विश्वं कुरु 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 विश्वं कुरु
Gorgeous.
So see how the event, we planned only 1 month. Then all the associations came together, and we don't know how to raise the money to put the program, and the ashram sponsored the event. And we brought the head of the Ayush department. He's the main minister for all the yoga, naturopathy, homeo, Unani, Ayurveda. So the department in India, he's the head of the ministry, and he came. And all the ministers from the state came support the event. The volunteers are amazing. The one best part was that event inaugurated by the priest, hundreds of, like so many priests, female priests, they inaugurate the event. A lot of time when people hear about India, they say, oh, it's a patriarchal system. No, we made it matriarchal system. India really came from the matriarchal system somehow. Some groups of religious groups create in different ways. So we had to admire the work females are doing. So we make everyone together as a family. We don't want to separate male, female, or children. When we do events, we bring everyone together. And now we are going like a globalized style, bringing people from different traditions, faith traditions, and countries, and even languages. Just even look at me. I came from another country, that is India. We have over 30 official languages, over 2,000 dialects. If I travel from south part of Kerala, my state, Kerala, to north part, I may not understand what they are speaking in my own language. That's the variations are there, But came from there, coming to this country in America, and interacting with the people, put extra effort to create things. So many immigrants came to this country and made a big change here. When I look at the history of slavery, it is ridiculous. Human being is not supposed to do that. Any spiritual being are not supposed to do that. We abuse those people. We abuse Native American, indigenous group around the world. I cannot take with that. So we had to create a system for every single being. That's what spirituality meant for. Not going to a building to do a prayer and leave the place. And come back next week again, do the prayer and leave the place. That is not godliness. God never created us to show as a rock, sitting like a rock. The nature created us to live in divinity as a heavenly being. I won't say call us as a God. No, that's not our God. As a real nature of love and care. If we had that nature, we never had a war in this world. We may have different opinions, that's fine. Because each person have different level of understanding. I think in my language, and I speak to English, sometimes people make fun of me. Oh, you have an accent. I'm proud of myself. I am speaking somewhere foreign language, coming to a foreign country and speaking in their language. I'm ready to accommodate and adapt. That's the way I am. Not praising myself. This is the way all of you, those who came from another country or culture, you went through a sacrifice in your life. I appreciate your work, what you did. That's why we create this type of programs. Sometimes when I invite some leaders, some people say, don't invite that person. I look their work, what they did for the community. I won't care about what they think about. I care what I see. If it is real, they will be as a guest of honor in my event. I make it to happen. Because I know when my parents married, the neglect way of behavior from the families or relatives or neighbors. 60 years back, they had really hard time. When I look at my friends, when they have intercaste marriage or international marriage, people cannot accept as a human being. They are neglected. This is not the right way to treat as a spiritual being. So for me, I accommodate every single being. If they make mistake, I'll tell them this is the way. If I make mistake, somebody will call, oh, Guruji or Dileepji, you made a mistake. I listen to them. If I feel really, yeah, if they convince me I made a mistake, I'll say apology. I won't repeat it again. If somebody making a mistake in my event, still I take the responsibility. I'll say I made the mistake because I take their responsibilities and take this happen in my event. Sorry for it. This is where we have, all of us have a duty to protect our community, our nature, and creating a wonderful land for the future generation. A greediness can destroy a human being from divinity to a evil nature. Every single person is supposed to think about our fellow beings. When COVID happened, the first thing I did, I called all of my friends and make sure, are they okay? If anybody is having a trouble for their food, we connected the New York City office, made sure they had enough food at least for a day. If they have any other issues, we connected the city. So remember, we are from NGOs. We are not here to fight for who is best. We are here to work together. That's our job. So I appreciate all of your help. Even last minute when I call you to speak in our event, even don't worry about, just come. Even if you cannot answer email or phone, always you'll have an open mic. The purpose, we don't want to disconnect with anybody. At least once in a while, or once in a month, or once in a week, come together and share your thoughts. Are you okay? I want to make sure you are okay. I'm your brother, maybe your son, but you can call me 24/7 in my phone. That is 212-851-6672 or 917-300-4004. This is 24/7. Even midnight people call, I'll answer. Reason is we know world need a change. Leadership is not going in a proper way because they are lacking spirituality. That's the main cause. We have the United Nations coming up together, making big changes. Still, we need speedy change. Our Dr. Shashimar already mentioned the poverty. Even I think about my country, over 70 years, still they cannot fix people's issues. How much time we need to fix a problem? When people are sleeping, easy to wake them up. When they pretend to sleep, very hard to wake them up. So we need young people to come in leadership with the spirituality. Sometimes I say at the UN, we have 17 goals. What about the spirituality? That should be the first goal. Otherwise, nothing will be in order. Queen Mother, you want to say something?
Yes,
Yeah.
I wanted to say it before my battery goes out, which I think is very, very important that I say it. I'm sure that all of us, can you hear Queen Mother?
Yes.
I'm sure that all of us is aware of the verdict yesterday on George Floyd and his family. And I wanted to just leave on a day like today. His last words was to his mother. And since we are celebrating Mother Earth International Day or International Mother's Earth Day, it behooves me to reflect these words to the group to remind us of the healing of the universe. Reflection. Cry for my mother. Mama, 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 my dear, mother, where are you? Can you hear me? I can't breathe. You are the closest thing to me. I cry and pray for you to hear me. Breathing in and out, my last breath that is being choked and snatched, robbed and stolen from me. Hide me in your womb, which is eternal. Your womb that shelter me with love and protection. A womb that allow me to survive and live. A womb that kept, nourished, and cared for me throughout the natural days of my life. Mama, my dear, mama, you know me. Where are you? I need you for God's sake. I hang in the balance of life or death. Mama, save me. I love and honor you. I can't breathe. Shield and protect me as I lay in your belly, your divine and sacred womb, your womb allowing me to flourish and grow, and a hiding place that is my destiny for all eternity. Oh, mama, mother, I can't breathe. I call on you to surrender me in justice and peace. Oh, gentle Savior, save me. Oh God, on this International Earth Day, enrapture and enfold the healing of this world and this earth. Mother Earth, Mother Earth, Mother Earth.
Thank you, Queen Mother. That was wonderful. I'd like to invite Gabriel Martinez. Gabriel.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Guruji, I think you said pretty much everything. That's really the source of the that we need the spirituality. Everything that was done today, including the last poem and the singing and the reflection by Jody, it's really fine tuning into the Mother Earth, because all the other creatures are able to sense where to fly south when the weather changes, what weather patterns to fly. It has a natural internal connection with the outside, and for some reason, which I believe you stated, Guruji, we've lost that connection, or we're not listening. So we need to tune into, we need to sensitize our receptors to be able to receive. And we're so used to numb in a very numb way, living our repetitive instincts and impulses and reactions. that we don't take the time to allow for the input to come in and to sync and to resonate with our deeper self. And this is, you know, I think that anyone who can watch this at a later time should re-listen to your message, Guruji. I think you the very last thing you spoke was the main point. So thank you everyone, and namaste.
Thank you, Gabriel. I see Pamela Wilinski from the Church of Scientology. Pamela. Would you like to share your thoughts? Pamela, we cannot hear you. Yeah, sound is very low, Pamela. Then let us see, I think Pamela has some issue with the phone. I see few people are joining. And Reverend Kathleen, you want to share anything else?
I agree with what Gabriel said about, you know, we really need to connect to our spiritual nature.
Good afternoon.
With nature.
Wait, espérate, bro. Nice to meet you.
So regardless of who we are or where we're from, you know, we share this home. And, you know, sometimes it's small changes, but you're right. If we need to come from that place, not of lack, but of, you know, that our Mother Earth offers abundance to us if we take advantage of it. So just thank you for including me in this, and may we all take whatever steps we need to and continue to do things like this, coming together in support with each other.
Thank you, thank you. I see Andrew Keane from the
Mi pana, inversión de penes. Sácatelo.
Enorme diámetro del tronco.
Buen escroto.
Gran.
Agarrado, seguro.
Buenando.
Pasaste. Siguiente caso. ¿Qué pasa, mi pana?
Usted tiene un grupito.
Es tan malo.
Deja mucho que desear.
¿Qué decirle? No pasaste.
Todos dañados, hijo de puta, hijo de puta, todo será hackeado.
Gabriel, don't allow anybody to join, okay? Andrew Key, like to share?
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
How are you?
It's good, good. If you have a message, you can share it.
Message is, may peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. We are in this world to be one and in harmony and to be connected. And this is what we are. We are one. And Hane Ako, we are one. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. So We will wind up our meeting. We have some other events are coming up. So we will keep in touch. I'll end up with one of our clip that's made by Gabriel. The shell blowing, I'm the person blowing the shell. The shell is from Sami Buwaji. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support. See you tomorrow.